Dum 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 dum. Jam. Hello, my pooligans. Chewie here with a random update video, I guess. I want to try to crystallize all of these random future plans I have running around in my head. And the best way to do that is to put it on YouTube so it's there forever. So, here's what's been going on lately with content creation and, more importantly, what's going to be happening later. So, to start off, I've been streaming a handful of games lately over on twitch.tv/themanapool. I usually stream at night, starting around 8 or 8:30, and go until I'm tired. But I've been playing, let's see, what have I been playing? I gave up on Hitman 3 because no one ever came to the streams. Well, I say no one, but no more than like 2 or 3 people ever came to the streams. And I don't know if it's because of Hitman, or because it was on Mondays, or if it was because of me, or what, I don't know. But no sense continuing to beat that dead horse. Although if you do want me to play more Hitman 3, then by all means let me know. But, like, I was playing Power Wash Simulator, but I finished it, except for some achievement hunting, which I'm totally gonna do, because I'm a filthy whore. I'm still streaming Hades on occasion, even though I've been done with it, because it's just so much fun. But as for the more current stuff, I'm still working my way through Rogue Legacy 2, although we're very close to done with that. I just finished the main game of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, so I'll be doing the DLC, the intermission DLC, which Bill tells me will take at least 2 sessions, so that's cool. And I've been playing Hollow Knight a lot, because it's so good. And occasionally some Vampire Survivors. I'm miserably far behind on that now, meaning I was keeping up with the patches, and now I've stopped keeping up with the patches. So that's most of what I've been playing regularly for the last however long. So Final Fantasy VII, like I said, I finished the main game. I got 2 more sessions or so on the remake for on the DLC for Final Fantasy Friday, and I really want to keep Final Fantasy Friday going. I plan on playing through the game on hard mode, but I don't know if that's a thing I should do on stream or not. Do let me know, either in the Discord or on Twitter or in the comments. There are a few things I'm gonna do on stream, like the combat simulator and stuff like that. You know, stuff that's actually neat. But I don't know if anyone cares enough for me to run through the whole game again on hard. It just doesn't seem right. So to keep Final Fantasy Fridays going, so back in the day, I say back in the day, it was like a year or so ago. 2? 3? I have no concept of the passage of time, it turns out. But I played Final Fantasy 1, and I played the PSP version. Now, I love the original Final Fantasy. I played it on the NES, I played it on the PS1, and then I wanted to play another version, so I picked the PSP version because it was so pretty, and all the bugs and stuff had been fixed, so yeah. And then I hit a wall, because I was like, do I play Final Fantasy 2? Which no one likes. Some people like it. Most people don't. I don't like it. And if so, what version do I play? Because it's had, you know, innumerable re-releases and whatnot over the years. Or do I skip ahead to the next game I want to play, which is Final Fantasy 3, which I've also never played? And if so, do I have to? Because all there is the stupid 3D version, and or do I skip ahead to the next game that I know and play Final Fantasy 4? And if so, which version do I play? Because, again, it's had innumerable re-releases over the years. And so I sort of hit decision paralysis on that, because that's a lot of decision trees, and I stopped, and I just didn't play any. And in the meantime, the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 pixel remasters have come out. So that answers the question of which version of these do I play. You play that one, because they're pretty much the definitive 2D version of all 6 of those games. So cool. The problem with that is I have to, buy the pack, which is, I think it's like $75. So that's a little painful, but I can do that eventually. So that'll be how I keep Final Fantasy Fridays going. I'm just going to start over at 1 and just work my way through all 6, and that'll keep me going for the foreseeable future, because that's a whole lot of Final Fantasy. But so that's Final Fantasy Fridays. I'm going to keep that going because I either love or have always wanted to play all of those games. And then there's 2. But again, the Pixel Remaster version has a lot of quality of life improvements and whatnot to make that less awful, I hope. So there's that. As for other things, like, I'm working my way through Hollow Knight, and once I'm done with Hollow Knight, I want to keep the Metroidvania vibe going. And so what better way to do that than just Metroid? So my plan, once I'm done with Hollow Knight, is to play through all of the 2D Metroid games. All of them. I'm going to play a slightly modded version of the NES original, just for quality of life improvements. I'm going to figure out how to get the Super Game Boy emulator working properly and play Metroid 2, not in black and white. Not gonna do it. No, gonna try to get it in color. Then what's after that? Super Metroid? I've already played Super Metroid once, but I'll probably do it again. Just to have the full spectrum of Metroid. Anyway. Then is Fusion. And then I get a little iffy on when things released. I think after that is Zero Mission? Yeah, Metroid Fusion. Okay, I'm gonna skip the Prime games because they're not 2D. And for Prime 3 and Other M, in order to emulate those properly, you have to go through hell. So, no. But Zero Mission is next, yeah, okay. And then I think after Zero Mission is AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, which is a fan game, but it is widely acclaimed. So I'll probably play that. And then I'll play Metroid Samus Returns, which is the remake of the Nintendo official 3DS version remake of Metroid 2. Yeah. And then I'll finish on Dread. So that's that. And I think after that, I'll finally, after all this time of wanting to, I'll do the Castlevania side of Metroidvania and start with the I might do Symphony of the Night. I haven't decided, but I'll do the 3 Game Boy Advance games and the 3 DS games. Yeah. Because I played a brief portion of each of those when I was doing that Castlevania run-through to prepare myself for the School of Movies guest spot I did. And I really enjoyed basically all of them. So, yeah, I'm totally gonna do all of those at some point. But Metroid's first. And then there are countless other Metroidvania games that I have and want to play, like Guacamelee and the Shantae games and the one on Steam with the body horror and Axiom Verge. But there's just Ori and the Blind Forest. There's just a mess of those that I want to play. So that's that's a goal going forward. But first, the Metroids, and probably then the Castlevanias. You might remember, I think back in 2020, I started a Doom franchise run, I called it, where I was gonna play through all the Doom games. And the reason I did that was because I owned all the Doom games, and I had never played any of them all the way through. Ever. So I played Doom 1, and it was awesome, and I played Doom 2, and it was amazing, and I played Doom 64, and it was pretty good. And then it was Doom 3, and I came to a screeching halt, because that's the one that nobody likes. Again, some people like it, but most people don't. And I was like, and I wanted to play it pure, and the original version had the setup where you could either have your flashlight or your gun. And that's because all of the shadows were pitch ass black. If there wasn't light directly on something, you couldn't see it. So you had to have the light. And it wasn't like a failure. It was a design decision to increase tension. And that fascinated me. And then the BFG edition, I think it changed the way lighting works, so you didn't have the same amount of tension, and they added the ability to stick a flashlight on your gun, which took away that tension. But I think it's been a long time since I did this research, so apologies if this is incorrect, but I think because they changed the way that lighting works in the BFG edition, it didn't matter if you lost that tension. But originally I was going to play the original game, and I opened it up, and it looked like ass. So I went, ugh. So I was going to try to mod it and make it prettier, and the mods did not want to work properly. I'm not very good at modding anything. So I ended up going, I'll just play the BFG edition. And then I never did. And even though apparently it's only going to take like 2 streaming sessions, maybe 3, I just sort of kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But the whole reason I was doing the Doom franchise run was, one, to get, the feel for the franchise, but also because I want to play the 2 new games, but I want to appreciate where the new game is coming from. So that's why I played 1, 2, 64. It's a weird count at 1, 2, 64, 3, 1 again. Eternal. What? But anyway, I have Doom and Doom Eternal, the 2 new games, and I really want to play those. So, I'm going to knuckle down and stream Doom 3, and I'll probably enjoy it, because I'm not the type of person that hates games unless they're really bad, and Doom 3 is not really bad. So, yeah. After I'm done with that, I'm going to keep the franchise run going in first-person shooters. I think after I finish Doom, I'm going to do Half-Life, because Half-Life games are one of those seminal pieces of gaming, especially first-person shooter gaming history, that I've just never played. Not at all. So I'm going to run through those. It should be awesome, because I don't know anything about Half-Life other than Gordon Freeman doesn't say much, and he has a crowbar and a gravity gun, and they're head crabs. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke. Haha, fat chance. Oh, I'll probably play Portal. And Portal 2 to go with those two, because same universe. I think the plan is to play Half-Life, the original, Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, then do Half-Life Alyx, probably? And I might do, Blue Shift and Opposing Force after Half-Life 1? I haven't decided. I'll have to research that. And then I might even play Black Mesa, which is the remake of Half-Life 1. Again, just to get the full picture. So, yeah, but not Half-Life Source. Not Half-Life Source. Even I know not to touch that one. So, yeah. And I'm thinking once I finish the Half-Life games, I'll play Halo. Because that's another of those famous franchises that I've only barely touched. I played a little over half, I think, of a little over half of Halo 3 back in the day. I borrowed it from my buddy Squanto. And then but he called me a little bitch because I wasn't playing on Legendary. So I switched over to start playing on Legendary, and I quit and gave it back to him. Because screw that. It didn't make the game harder or more interesting or more fun. It just meant there were snipers that I couldn't see that would shoot me all the time. And I went, ah, and I gave it back to him. So that's all I got on Halo. But I have the Master Chief Collection, which has all the games right there. So, so I'll probably do that after Half-Life. I waffled back and forth on which one to play, but Half-Life came first. So we'll do that. Let's see, what else on the streaming side? I'm probably going to back off of roguelikes. As much as I love roguelikes, and I do, they never end. Which is, you know, half of the fun of playing them. But, like, I want to start getting through games and checking them off the list and getting that experience in my brain so I can level up. Yeah. And roguelikes, you just play the same game forever and ever and ever and ever. And it's great, but I want to shift focus to play full games again. So, once I finish Rogue Legacy, which will probably be done in the next stream. I got to the final boss the last time I played, or at least I assume it was the final boss. I don't know. I went through the golden door. No spoilers. I went through the golden door last time I played and died, and it was really late, so I stopped. But I think I'll be able to get through that relatively quickly. I don't know if I'll do another run on New Game Plus just to see how it goes. I might start it and see how it feels. I did for the last Rogue Legacy, the original one. But I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, I don't want to do this again, so I didn't. So I haven't decided on that yet, because I haven't beaten it yet. So, But, yeah, I'm going to back off of those and start doing finite games. And I want to... I'm really bad about spreading games out. You know, I'll play this one once a week. Like, there was a point where I hadn't played Hollow Knight for, like, 2 months. And there was a point where I hadn't played Rogue Legacy for a month and a half. Because I would play a bunch of other stuff. But I really want to start getting through games. So that when y'all come to the stream, there's new stuff going on. So there's always new stuff to see. And, yeah. That just seems like good marketing. So, yeah, instead of doing, okay, I'll do this like once a week, I'm going to start playing games, you know, multiple nights in a row. So I can start checking them off. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I have just rattled off, like, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours worth of games that I want to play. Like Final Fantasy VI is like a 40-hour game, I want to say. Is that wrong? That might be wrong. It's been so long since I played it, I don't know. Let's see, what else? Oh, I need to find a chill game. Something that if I'm not feeling the of, you know, some of these action games or first-person shooters, or I don't have the mental capacity to explore in a Metroidvania game. I need to find something chill to play because I finished Power Wash Simulator, and I don't know what goes in that spot. Who is messaging me at this time of night? Good lord. But yeah, I don't know what to play for the chill games for nights that I don't have it in me to play something more active, but I don't want to not stream. I'm thinking like some puzzle games or something like Mini Metro. Like, the problem with Power Wash Simulator is that it's the ultimate chill game, and it's because it's so satisfying, and now it's over. And other than some, like I said, some achievement chasing. So I don't know. Please leave me some suggestions, preferably Steam games. Actually, only Steam games that would be chill, that I could play on nights like that. Thank you for your support. Now, I'm not just going to be doing these, like, big franchise games. I got a whole mess of other flavors of games too. I went through my Steam library and made a list of games I want to stream at some point in the future. And some of them are, you know, smaller one-off games like Abzu or oh, remember I did Limbo a while back? Well, I want to do Inside, which is it's not a sequel, a spiritual successor. It's by the same company. And on that note, I also want to do Little Nightmares 1 and 2, because same type of game, you know. I want to play the other games by Supergiant, the ones who did Hades, because I loved Hades so much, and because I own all their other games, Bastion, Transistor. Why can't I never remember the name of the sports game? Pyre, yeah. So it's not just going to be a bunch of franchises. It's going to be other stuff too. I was recently gifted the Mortuary Assistant, which I watched the trailers. Like, she sent it to me while I was streaming, and so at the end of the stream, I watched some of the trailers like this. So I'm probably going to play through that at some point soon. But yeah, there's just a billion games that I want to play, and I'm not currently playing them. You know, I'm stuck in this rut of playing the same few games over and over and spreading it out. So it takes forever to get through games, and that's ridiculous. I want to start monstering through some games so I can play some more games, damn it. Yeah. I do have a lot of achievement hunting I want to do, too. Like, I'm currently working my way through Batman Arkham Asylum on hard mode, whatever it's called, because it's the one achievement I don't have, and it was the one achievement I never got on the 360 version, and that pisses me off. So I'm like halfway-ish through it, I think, now on hard mode. And I'm gonna go back and get a bunch of the achievements, all of the achievements if I can, on Power Wash Simulator, just because it's such a fun game and I don't want to stop playing it. Yeah. And there's a few more. I have a couple more runs on Bloodstained Curse of the Moon that I want to do. And so, yeah. If I'm thinking, I don't want to do the achievement hunting stuff during my nighttime streams. That's when I want to be playing new stuff. But would you be at all interested in daytime streams of, like, very chill, playing through these games while I'm trying to chase some achievements? Like, during the day, would you watch it while you're at work or whatever? I don't know. Let me know if that's of interest to you at all. And it might be a thing I do. Like Shredder's Revenge. I played through it on stream with some people, and it was awesome, but there's all kinds of achievements and stuff, and it's a lot of fun, so I want to keep playing it, but I don't need to stream it during the regular nighttime streams, you know? Yeah. So like I said, just let me know if that's a thing you'd be at all interested in. Yeah, because of all of this, though, like Metroidvanias and JRPGs and first-person shooters that are very long and everyone's played but me, there's probably going to be less focus on the YouTube channel, the Maniple, the Let's Play channel going forward. But as you could probably tell, there's been less focus on that for a while now, just because I find that wanting to play games for YouTube really limits what I can play, like, mentally, and how often I can play it. Like, I've got something like 9 Rogue Legacy streams that haven't been touched for YouTube content, and that is intimidating. And so I'm probably going to keep poking at that bear. You know, I'll just have all of that. And I'm getting pretty good at editing stuff down to where it's only new stuff. The problem is it takes a lot of time to do that, because when you're taking like a 4-hour stream and cutting it down to only stuff that's new and interesting, like, that takes way more than 4 hours of editing. Like, it's not just watch it through and take notes, you know, it's watch through, is this worth saving? and then cut out a whole bunch of stuff, and then I realize I'm not paying attention and have to back up, and it takes a lot longer to edit a full stream of that than you might think, which is why the Rogue Legacy videos stopped too. But that's also because I've got a billion other things I'm trying to do all at once. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm abandoning the Let's Play channel. That's not it. But I'm not gonna make it because it gets very few views. I don't ever make any money from YouTube. Like, very rarely does YouTube ever pay me. And when it does, it's a surprise. Like, oh, hey, look, YouTube money. Huh? How about that? That's weird. So, like, it doesn't make any sense to let YouTube dictate what I stream when the streaming is what, you know, is better for my financial well-being and doesn't take nearly as long in, you know, editing and whatnot because I'm just streaming. But like I said, I'm not abandoning that channel by any stretch. Of course, the podcasts and the Just Chatting streams and whatnot are still going to go up there. But also anything I do play that I think would work will go up there. I'm probably, like I did with Final Fantasy 1, I'm probably going to do the same thing for the Final Fantasy games, which is just put up like story bits and boss fights and any random funny stuff that happens to happen for those on the YouTube channel, just because I enjoy that sort of thing, weirdly. And then hiccups. Sticking with YouTube, the deep end is totally a thing now. The first 3 of the 4 JWST videos are up. The 4th one is, like, I'm gonna say 50-60% done. I just have to make myself focus on that, which, given how much other stuff I have going on with odds and ends and other YouTube videos and whatnot, it's really hard to focus on the one thing. But yeah, once the 4th JWST video goes up, I'm free, finally, to start actually putting together the Defense of the Legend of Zelda cartoon video, which is going to be the first actual deep end video, and I'm very excited about that. So yay. And I also want to do more virtual reality stuff, probably for another YouTube channel that's just virtual reality stuff. But I'm still not good at having long hair. Some of that I will stream for you guys. Like, I've got a whole mess of it saved that I did stream that I want to turn into videos for that channel once I get around to making it. But some of it won't be streamed. It'll just be stuff that I record, you know, like a YouTuber, that I record and then edit and then post, and that's the first time anyone sees it. But that's further in the future. I'm trying to get a handle on everything I've got going on right now. So, yeah. I also need to overhaul the Patreon reward tiers, bring them more up to date with the deep end and the stuff I have planned in my head. Yeah. So, wow, I've been sitting here talking for a very long time. I can tell because I can feel my throat going. So, that's it. I just wanted to, like I said, crystallize all these plans by making them public. Like, I've talked about, I think, all of this during and at the end of streams, you know, piecemeal here and there, but I wanted to get it all together and get it out there where everyone can see it, because these are the plans. We're gonna, one more time, we're gonna do Final Fantasy Fridays with the pixel remasters of 1 through 6, and we'll see after that, but that's very far in the future, so we'll see eventually. I want to do Hollow Knight, the Metroidvanias, the Metroids, and then maybe the Castlevanias, and then finish Doom, which is only 3 more games, Doom 3, Doom, and Doom Eternal, and then do Half-Life, and then do Halo, and then also do all of these other individual games that don't fit into that. So I'm gonna try, let's see, Final Fantasy first person shooter and Metroid. So that's 3 games. Some kind of chill game as a fallback. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have those 4 and like one other game going at any given time. So if like I just want to kill things, I can play the first person shooter. And if I'm feeling like exploration, then we'll play the Metroidvanias. Yeah. And then on Fridays we Final Fantasy. Because Final Fantasy Fridays. Yeah. So there you go. It is very late and I'm rambling now. So, I appreciate all of you pooligans for hanging out and listening to my plans. I hope to see you all in the streams, because I'm really looking forward to all of these, except for Final Fantasy 2 and the first Metroid, and do basically the first thing in... No, actually, Final Fantasy 1 will be the first next thing. But basically an early thing in all of these has got me going, and after that I'm going to be super into it. Like, I have never played a Final Fantasy game that used a job system, except for Tactics, which is the first and only one I've ever played. And I knew when Tactics came out that Final Fantasy, well, I didn't know when it came out, but I knew soon afterwards that Final Fantasy V was a job system, and I was fascinated. I was like, ooh. And I didn't find out for years that Final Fantasy III is where the job system came from. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Years. So I'm very excited to play those and see how it changed over the years. It's weird that in the US we got 1, which was rudimentary, and then we missed 2, which was very character-based, and we missed 3, which was the jobs, and then we got 4, which was very character-based, and we missed 5, which was jobs, and we got 6, which is very character-based, and we got 7, which was very character-based, and then 8, which sucked, and then 9, which was very character-based. I guess they thought we couldn't handle the jobs? I don't know. That's weird. But then we got Tactics, which was all jobs. It was very stressful. Anyway. So, I'm still rambling. So I'm stopping now. So thank you all so very much for joining me. And let me know what you think of these plans.